wedding was off.
What happened when my boss found out I wasn't actually living paycheck to paycheck? For 3 years, I kept my mouth shut and played the role perfectly. I drove a 12-year-old sedan, packed lunch every single day, and always hesitated before contributing to office collections. I wore the same rotation of professional but modest outfits. I never mentioned vacations or expensive purchases. My coworkers assumed I was barely making ends meet just like they were. The truth was more complicated. My grandmother passed away when I was 22 and left me her entire estate, 2 rental properties, a stock portfolio, and a paid-off house. I was worth about $2.4 million while earning $52,000 a year as an administrative coordinator. Why did I keep working? Because my grandmother worked until she was 81. Because having money doesn't mean you stop contributing to society. Because I actually loved my job and the people I worked with. The problem started when my boss Lorraine began treating me like her personal charity case. She'd loudly mention the company assistance fund whenever I was nearby. She'd suggest I apply for income-based housing programs. She once tried to give me a bag of groceries from her car, and I had to pretend to be grateful while carrying food I absolutely didn't need. The other problem was that Lorraine treated the wealthy donors and board members completely differently. She laughed at their jokes even when they weren't funny. She forgave their rudeness. She bent policies for them constantly. Last month, a board member's nephew missed a deadline by 2 weeks, and she called it totally understandable given his busy schedule. When I missed a deadline by 1 day because of a family emergency, she put a written warning in my file. Everything changed on a Tuesday. I was sitting at my desk when the company accountant rushed over looking panicked. There was an issue with payroll. A bank glitch had caused everyone's account balances to briefly appear on the direct deposit confirmation screen. Before she could finish apologizing, I heard Lorraine's voice behind me. $2.3 million? She was reading my deposit confirmation over my shoulder. The color had drained from her face completely. That can't be right. There's obviously an error with your account. I didn't say anything for a long moment. 3 years of carefully constructed camouflage evaporating in a single glance at a computer screen. I finally turned around and looked at her. It's not an error. Her mouth fell open, then snapped shut, then fell open again like a fish gasping for air. But you drive that old car. You bring lunch. You never contribute more than $5 to collections. You let me give you groceries. I'm careful with money, I said calmly. That's how you build wealth, by not spending it on things you don't need. Lorraine's face cycled through about 7 different emotions in 10 seconds. Confusion, embarrassment, anger, suspicion. Then something ugly settled into her expression. So you've been lying to all of us? Pretending to be struggling while secretly sitting on a fortune? That's manipulation. I felt my jaw tighten. I never once claimed to be struggling. You assumed. You all assumed. I just didn't correct you because it wasn't anyone's business what's in my bank account. She stepped closer, lowering her voice to a hiss. Do you think this is funny? Making us feel sorry for you? Accepting my groceries like some kind of con artist? I tried to decline those groceries 3 times. You literally put them in my car when I wasn't looking. The whole office was staring now. Coworkers I'd eaten lunch with for years were looking at me like I'd just revealed a second head. Lorraine straightened up and cleared her throat. Well, this certainly changes things. I'll need to reassess your role here given this new information about your character. My character? Nothing about my work has changed. I'm the same employee I was yesterday. But now I know you're deceptive. That affects trust. That affects your position here. I stood up slowly and looked her directly in the eyes. You know what's actually deceptive? Treating employees differently based on their bank accounts. Giving warnings to some people and free passes to others depending on how much money you think they have. That's what I've watched you do for 3 years. Lorraine's face went completely red. The room was dead silent. I kept going. I have every email documenting the double standards. Every incident where wealthy affiliates got special treatment while regular employees got punished for the same things. I've been keeping records. She actually stepped backward. Are you threatening me? I'm telling you that my net worth doesn't change my value as an employee. And if you retaliate against me for having savings, I'll make sure everyone knows exactly how this company operates. I didn't get fired. In fact, Lorraine suddenly became very professional and very distant. She stopped commenting on my car. She stopped offering unsolicited financial advice. She treated me exactly like she treated everyone else with money. I guess that's